A defense attorney today raised an issue with high-profile, nationally known activist pastors being in the courtroom during the trial of 3 men charged in the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery. Attorney Kevin Goff told the court having such people as Reverend Al Sharpton there is intimidating and a conscious or unconscious attempt to pressure the jury.
The idea that we're going to be serially bringing these people in to sit with the victim's family one after another, obviously there's only so many pastors they can have. And if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine, but then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here, or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family, trying to influence a jury in this case. If a bunch of folks came in here dressed like Colonel Sanders with white masks sitting in the back, I mean, that would be a problem.
News 4 Jax reporter Marilyn Parker is joining us live from the Glenn County Courthouse. Marilyn, how did the judge respond to Goff's complaint?
Well, the judge says if they aren't a distraction, he's not going to keep them from coming inside the courtroom. And we also heard from attorney Robert Rubin, who joined in on that conversation, saying this is a reminder to the court to keep outside influences on the outside. The bulk of court today was listening to Larry English's deposition, and he owns the home that was under construction, and there was video of Ahmaud Arbery seen there before he was killed. And as a contractor, English says it's common for people to walk through homes that are under construction. These videos are from Larry English's property in Satilla Shores. They show multiple occasions where people walked in his home under construction. In his pre-recorded deposition Thursday, we learned he didn't have no trespassing signs up. He had multiple cameras installed and called police repeatedly.
No, I've never seen him before. It don't look good.
In this call, he describes a black man with tattoos just plundering or walking around. He also said the person looked like he was on drugs, but told the court it was in the spur of a moment call and that the person looked disoriented.
In going through all the videos that you watched today, cameras at the dock, cameras in the back of the house, cameras in the front of the house, at no point do you see anyone stealing any items. Right?
Stealing anything?
Correct.
English told the defense he was concerned for both the people in the video and his property. He said something was stolen from his boat, but didn't know who took it or when it happened. He showed the videos to his neighbor, Diego Perez, who messaged him back saying to call him if he sees someone else on his cameras and he'll respond immediately. English gave Perez permission to go on his property.
I have night vision goggles, and if they come around at a certain time, I may be able to intercept them or pen them up for the police. I can't stand thieves.
Travis McMichael's attorney Robert Rubin goes on to question English, saying Perez is not the police or even a former officer, but English was grateful for him looking out for his property. Rubin says on the night of February 11th, the black man was back on English's property, and instead of calling the police, he called Perez. The state had English clarified that he did not give the McMichaels permission to confront anyone on his property. He says he spoke with Travis McMichael after the shooting, and Travis told English that he wished people would stop talking about the shooting on social media. Now, we also heard from Reverend Dr. William J. Barber today right outside the courthouse during lunch, and he said that Arbery being on that property did not mean he had to die that day. Court will pick back up tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. and we'll be right here. We're live at the Glenn County Courthouse tonight. Marilyn Parker, Channel 4, the local station.